right, man. Let's end it off with exclusive video just talking about Lamont, Roach, and Gervonta Davis gift decision that a lot of people thought Gervonta got. Some people say, well, you got to take it from the champ. My thing is this: Gervonta ain't take the belt from the champ to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. He didn't take the belt from it was gifted to him. Devin Haney was the champ. He refused to fight Devin Haney. Still got gifted with the belt, you know, with the belt. So ultimately, you know, a lot of people said that the brother Lamont Rose started off slow, should have started off faster. Um, I don't know if he was gauging the power of Gervonta Davis or what, or he just needed some time to get into a rhythm. I can't really call it to be quite honest. Um, so yeah, I can't call it. Was he gauging the power? Was he, you know, maybe he's a slow starter, whatever. But Tank's a slow starter, so really, you know, a lot of them rounds probably was washed early. Just Tank just being a little bit more aggressive, but eventually, you know, right around the fourth, fifth, sixth round, he got into his bag. You know, he sat in there with Tank. You know, he held his position. He didn't give up real estate. Tank like for when guys give up real estate and they like to move around the ring, and it's not like they box and moving. It's kind of like they trying to like, you know, stay away from his power. That way he able to, you know, really dictate what he wants them to do on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? He's able to dictate that. You know, he's able to dictate their movement by being on the front foot. Now, if somebody that's boxing on the outside, you know, they're gonna dictate, you know, the guy that's walking them down what they doing. Kind of what I mean by that, they're gonna push him back, they're gonna hit him, they're gonna tie him up, they're gonna keep him off balance, they're gonna spin him, they're gonna turn him. A lot of Tank's opponents just be moving for survival mode. Lamont Rose didn't do that. He held his position in the middle of the ring. He parried and picked a lot of shots off. He capitalized off of Tank's mistake when Tank threw certain punches. He capitalized and countered. He countered Tank. He punched with Tank. He caught and shoot a lot of punches and landed a lot of accurate punches on Tank. He went to the body, hurt him to the body, constantly countered Tank and caught Tank, you know, squaring up, caught Tank being open. He caught Tank any way possible, hurt him to the body, hurt him to the head, hurt him with right hands. And then when it started didn't go Tank way, Tank started looking at the ref, complaining to the ref. You know, he took it to Tank. He really knew they sparred a bunch of rounds with each other. He really knew what Tank really wanted to do, and he dictated it. He dictated what Tank did. You know, he knew Tank wasn't gonna throw a lot of punches. He knew Tank wanted to throw one or two shots, and you know, when he hit Tank, he had the more. To be honest, he had the more cleaner punches. Tank wanted to be dirty with him and hit him in the shoulder. Hit him in his mouth with his shoulder. Guess what he did? He turned around and he clipped Tank with a hook. He was nasty. He was dirty in there. He was a dog in there. He dictated real estate. He held his position. He held his ground, and Tank couldn't really push him off of that. So Tank didn't really have the ability to adjust and make the proper adjustment. Tank ain't say, okay, he holding his ground. Let me get on my bike and let me box and use angles and use 1-2s and shoe shine and let me use angles and box him and turn him and uppercut him and work the body and let me do those type of things. Let me feint him and let me like look for angles with my footwork. No, Tank just said, you know what? If I can't bulldoze him, if I can't bully him, that's all I got. He didn't make any type of adjustments. You know. He didn't make any type of adjustments. So he didn't make any type of adjustments. So, I mean, ultimately, you kind of see why he ain't really you kind of see why he probably won't fight some of the top guys, but that's a whole nother video for another day and time. So what he should have been doing is pumping that jab, using angles, turning Lamont Roach, throwing combinations, and trying to look for different openings with Roach, but he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He did not do that. He just kept trying to bully him. He just kept trying to bully him. So he didn't make no real adjustments. I don't know what they were saying to him in the corner, what he should have been doing in the corner. I ain't hear shit or worth the damn. I ain't hear shit worth the damn. So, and Lamont Roach, his dad was giving him some great advice. They was picking shots off. They was very well prepared. They knew what Tank was gonna do down to a T. Tank couldn't get that right hook off. It was a wrap. Tank don't utilize the jab enough. Tank don't utilize foot movement enough. Tank don't really have an IQ. Tank, that's why they call him a tank. He like to come in and run shit over. But what happened when you can't run a particular opponent over? You seen there's nothing else in the toolbox. There's nothing else in the toolbox. When he can't run that opponent over, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. When he can't run that opponent over, it's a wrap. And Roach, Roach went to the body and he did everything. If he can punch a little bit, if he could punch, this fight would have been over a long time ago, with the result that he wanted. But he's not the most monstrous puncher, especially moving up in weight. But if dude can punch, it'd have been a lot. He'd have stopped Tank. Some of the counters he hit Tank with, he was hurting him. He held his position well. His poise was good. He held his position well. I mean, he did a lot of good things in there. Now, even though if Tank don't want to rematch him next, he made himself a lot of money. He made himself a lot of money. Made himself a lot of money in there. And any things he could have did different was probably just start a little bit faster. Start a little bit faster. Start a little bit faster. My bad. Start a little bit faster. That's it. So. That's what it is. But I definitely would like to see them do it again. That'll be very, very interesting. But I just think for Tank, it just showed if you can stand up to us, you can stand up to his power. If you showed you can stand up to his power, you can be if you don't allow him to bully you, you can beat him. He's a mental midget. I think we all kind of knew that about him, because how he would talk about not wanting to fight particular people, and how he wouldn't want to fight guys and come up with these excuses, and how he would get out of character and all that type of stuff. Man, we kind of knew that he was soft. Oh, I don't want to be the best fighter. I just want to be a pay-per-view star, and I don't need to fight him. How he would talk. We knew he was soft. We knew he was soft. We knew he was soft. That wasn't nothing new. That wasn't nothing new. So, but as far as the whole knee situation, it wasn't no grease in his eye. That was another way of him bitching and complaining, because he got hit with a right hook he ain't like. It wasn't nothing about no grease in his eye. That's a knee. After punches came, that's a knee. That should have been a knockdown. And when his corner came in and wiped his face off without the referees telling them to, that should have been a disqualification. So when you start talking about robbery, it's a close fight. Nah, man, we could talk about the knee. And we can get in there and talk about the corner wiping his face off against his will. And this is why a lot of people don't like going to other promotional companies or crossing the street or something like that, because of the tomfoolery that be involved. So he clearly took a knee. And Muhammad Ali had some dirty grease in his eye from Sonny Liston, and he didn't take no knee. He survived the whole round, let it clear up. Then he got in there and stopped Sonny Liston. And this was self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? He put that grease in his own hair. He allowed his hairdresser to put that grease. And it wasn't no grease. It was a right hook that landed that he didn't like. When Tank get challenged, Tank quit, bro. When Tank get challenged, Tank quit. You start to see Tank get hit, crying to the ref, and I need help, and SOS, SOS, SOS. He crying like he didn't earn nothing. He didn't earn nothing in the sport of boxing. He fought nobody. This honestly was off the backs of being aligned with Mayweather. He could talk all the shit he liked to talk about Floyd, but this privilege that you got to be able to take a knee and not said nothing about it was Mayweather. You lost that fight. PBC is falling apart. Tank ain't good. They knew it. And now they got Benavidez. And Benavidez, we'll see what happens. He their last little hope. So it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Join the Patreon. Links in the description. Peace.